When today's discovery came into the office, everyone was attracted to it and wanted to get their hands on it. In fact, when I took it home to test, my kids were fighting over it.
It's PERPLEXUS. It is a three-dimensional maze. It's about 8 inches in diameter and has about 23 feet of track in here.
It's a maze with 3 different levels inside, and there are actually 100 barriers that you have to try to make it through. You start off in the same spot every time to start the different levels, and as you go there are little numbers along the way. There's really only one way that you can go to get to the next level. Anthony has mastered this, and he was actually giving me tips on how to get to the next level.
The levels are increasingly difficult as you go through. You just need some serious manual and mental dexterity. It took me about a week and a half to make it all the way through everything.
A lot of times you really have to go very slow and maneuver the sphere in different ways to get to the next level. You'll try it for a while and then you set it down, but you always go back to it. It's very mesmerizing. You think of different ways of how to get to the next level. Michael McGinnis is the inventor of the PERPLEXUS, and he grew up in a family of 11, so he and his brothers and sisters were always thinking of ways to entertain themselves.
My father was an architect working for the federal government doing federal building design. My mother liked to draw. We never had any money, so we made things all the time. When I was in 6th grade, I had a teacher who allowed me to draw mazes all of the time. And I had a friend, Dale Lamalino. He and I would sit there and draw mazes endlessly every day. And we came up with this interesting concept of having a maze with arrows in it. And so that meant that you could only go one direction once you passed that way. And you can get trapped rather than being able to back up and start again. What I'm really working with is not a single object or a sculpture, just a single sculpture inside of this cube. Instead, it's a concept. And the concept is that we have pathways that intersect and allow you to travel from one side of a pathway to another. And that's what makes it three-dimensional. And so I have a little model of that idea. It's not really a Mobius strip according to a mathematician, but I think of it that way. And as you can see, if you start from black here, I can move around onto green, transferring onto blue, and then through red and back to black. And so ultimately every surface of a structure can be used as a pathway. And that's the basic underlying concept for this game.
Michael says PERPLEXUS is for ages 6 and up, and it's so true. My kids are 6 and 9 and they were totally into it.
And we had my niece down one day playing with it, who was about 25, and she definitely got addicted to this thing. You're not dealing with a screen, you're doing it with your hands. There's no batteries. You can take it anywhere you want to go. Long car trips, camping, if you're sitting in a waiting room somewhere.
So I'm still trying to get past stage 30 and 31, which is literally a tightrope that you have to drop the ball onto and then roll it along.
And wait till you get to 65 and 67. You have to run it around on one side, drop it into a cup, flip the thing over, and run it around the other side. And it's not as easy as it sounds.